I am R. Lakshmi, Assistant Professor of English, GDC Khairtabad. The topic of today's lesson is Grammar Concord for Semester 3, Degree Second Year Syllabus. Concord in Unit 3. Concord is the grammar in the part of Unit 2. Generally, the concord is the agreement of the subject and the verb in a sentence. A sentence has two main parts, subject and verb. Subject tells us who the doer is or what the sentence is about. Verb describes the action of the sentence. The subject of a sentence can be a noun like Amar, car, dog, etc. or a pronoun she, they, it, etc. It can also be in singular or plural. To make a sentence meaningful and grammatically correct, the two parts of a sentence, that is the subject and the verb, should match or agree with each other. This agreement between the subject and the verb in person, number, gender or case is called concord or subject-verb agreement. However, remember, that is the subject that determines the verb. To find out whether there is a concord between the subject and the verb or not, we must be able to identify the subject and the verb in a sentence. So, in this part of the grammar, the text has three exercises. Exercise 1, exercise 2 and exercise 3. In exercise 1, the students need to identify the subject part of a sentence. In exercise 2, you need to know the correct form of the verb that is appropriate in the context, in the given context. In exercise 3, you should be able to analyze the errors made used in an improper way. Already we have learnt the tenses and all the details of the grammar in the previous semesters. So without going into the detail of the grammatical rules, I just do the exercises given in the text. The sentences in which it is said, identify the subject and the verb in the following sentences. The first sentence, a Supreme Court judge retires at 65. As we have already, I have already described that it can be subject, subject can be a noun, pronoun, it can be singular as well as plural. So here we can say that a Supreme Court is the subject, the retires is the verb. Supreme Court judge is the subject, retires is the verb. The second sentence, the survey covering 50 villages revealed interesting facts. The survey is the subject, covering is the verb, or reveals is the other verb in the same sentence. The third sentence, the list of items is very long. The list of items is the subject, is the verb. There were many important leaders at the meeting. There is the subject. WERE, where is the verb. One of the B form of verbs. The manager is a hard worker who spends a lot of time in office. The manager is the subject. Is the verb. Everyone in the group is welcome to give suggestions. Everyone in the group is the subject. Is the verb. His meticulous data amazes everyone. His meticulous is the subject. Meticulous data is the subject. Amazes is the verb. During the celebrations, we all sat outside in the hot sun. During the celebrations gives the extra information about we. So we is the subject and sat is the verb. The laces on these shoes never stay tied. The laces on these shoes is the subject, stay is the verb, stay tied will be the verb. The temptation, that is the noun form and it is the subject, is the verb. Again in the same sentence, the temptation is to treat children as though they don't know anything. So they also is a subject in the remaining part of the sentence. Now exercise 2. Choose the correct form of verb that agrees with the subject. The simple rule we follow is if subject is singular, the verb has to be singular. If the subject is combined with and it takes the plural form, the verb has to be plural. That is the general rule we follow. But rules are not given in this exercise, so we just do the exercises by recollecting the rules, remembering the rules, based on the rules. My father and my mother dash attending the meeting. And is used, so we are referring my mother and my father. So it will be are as the verb. Nobody dash what the truth is. Nobody knows what the truth is. Here it is singular and the verb we are making use of is knows, K-N-O-W-S. It gives the possessive form. The news is at 7. Is the verb that we have to make use of. Though the news, the word news is made use of s as if it is a plural, but it is possessive. Altogether it is referred as one. News cannot be listed in a different ways. Altogether it is all news. So is the verb that we have to make use of. The news is at 7. The management dash know how to treat teachers. The management doesn't know how to treat teachers. Do, does and did is the verbs that we have to know about. Do is always plural form if we are referring to many people differently. Did is always in the past form. Here we are making use of doesn't because the management stands as the third person singular and as one. The management altogether it is referred as one. So singular. So we are making use of the management doesn't know how to treat teachers. 500 rupees is what I paid for the ticket. 500 altogether just one single it is treated. So is the verb we have to make use of. There, there. This is the singular form. There is always the plural form. So there means at the place where the writer wants to refer. Where, W-E-R-E. Because the subject is plural, the verb is plural. There were 10 books in that box. Each one of those books, each one, we are referring to each single book. It means we have to make use of a singular verb. Each one of those books is a classic. The film, including all the advertisements. The film is given a pause by comma. It means the main subject of the sentence is the film. Whatever we are saying is about the film. So it will take the possessive verb in singular form. The film, including all the advertisement, dash about 3 hours to watch. The film, including all the advertisements, takes about 3 hours to watch. Civics, dash, my favorite subject. Civics altogether is considered as one. It may have many branches, but we are referring it as one subject. So it is singular in form. So civics is singular. My favorite subject. Dash their scissors at home. Scissors, though we are referring to a single pair of scissors, we cannot say is here. According to grammatical rule, we have to make use of the plural form of verb. Are there scissors at home? This is the correct, appropriate verb that we have to make use of. Exercise 3. Correct the verbs in the following sentences to make them agree with the subjects. The same rules we have to remember and do the corrections in these sentences. Ramesh and Robert is good friends is the given sentence. We have to say are good friends. Second sentence, each of us have some work experience. This is the correct sentence. It needs no correction. Third sentence, here is my car keys. Again, here we have to say, here are my car keys. The fourth sentence, my pair of pants require stitching. My is possessive form. So the verb should be in possessive form. My pair of pants requires stitching. Fifth sentence, neither the student nor the parent know the answer is the given sentence. Neither the student nor the parent knows the answer. Knows, again possessive. Either the director or the actor are responsible for the failure. This is the given sentence. Either we are making use of means we are referring to each one of them. So here the verb has to be singular. Either the director or the actor is responsible for the failure. Neither the script nor the dialogues was interesting. Though we are making use of neither, it refers to all. So here we have to make use of the verb which is plural. Neither the script nor the dialogues were interesting. The sale of water and soft drinks increased during summer is the given sentence. Here it is the two things we are referring, so the verb has to be plural. The sale of water and soft drinks increases during summer. 6 months are all I have to find a job. This is the ninth sentence. 6 months are referred as one. So it is singular in form. So we have to say 6 months is all I have to find a job. The 10th sentence, the book, that itself is the subject. The given sentence is, the book including the CD and the free gifts are not worth the price. The basic rule that we have to remember here is, the very first beginning word that is given with commas, many things. But the very first thing will be the subject of the sentence. Remaining things will not count to take into account the verb that we have to make use of. So the book, including the CD and the free gifts, here three things are referred, but we have to remember only the book as the subject of the sentence. So based on this, we are saying the book including the CD and the free gifts is not worth the price. So this is the singular verb we are making use of. This is how we have to remember about the subject and the verb whenever we write a sentence. And this is referred as Concord as one of the syllabus in the grammar. So, thank you.